Welcome back to doing our drugs.
Which
Getting our
are you
drugs.
doing? Oh no, they came out of the van.
I had to help my mom secure her Zoloft recently. You know this story. You were there for a large part of it. So we're at our friend Jason from MegaPairsFan.net's house, and playing some board games. I just hit the flag button in case you wanted to do the thing.
I don't want to do the thing.
Okay, you don't have to do the thing.
Don't make me do the thing.
It's an easy asset, but okay, you don't have to do the thing. I asked for a photo
I have to find the asset.
Okay.
What photo did you ask for?
It was a photo of a thing. I can't remember. I flagged it.
You didn't.
Yeah, I did. Oh, it was, I can't remember. Anyway, it was an episode or two ago. So yeah, we're playing a board game. Jason's trying to explain it to us because we haven't played this game in a couple years. It's Star Trek.
It was also that he thought that we never played it.
Yeah, and he thought we'd never played it. It's Star Trek Ascendancy, and the more he explained it, the more we looked at it, we were like, no, we've played this. And once we got into the swing of it, I was like, oh yeah, okay, we know this game. It's a very fun board game. That's a good squishy. Once again, this music is banging. Not that you can hear it now because you took your headphones out.
Because we still haven't figured that part out.
Yeah, his headphones make you sleepy for some reason. Oh! Oh, that works. I figured we just had to run. Oh, I'm almost dead now. And I'm dead.
And you're dead now.
Anyway, so yeah, we're there, and I get a phone call from my mom, and she's like, you know when your parents sound panicked? Do your parents ever sound panicked? I guess your dad and your stepmom. Oh.
Sometimes.
I never hear my parents sound panicked. Every now and then, and when I do, it seems very serious because I rarely hear them, and I can just hear it in my mom's voice. I'm like, okay, something's wrong, and she says, "Hey, can you help me out with this trouble I'm having with my insurance?" And it turns out it's not really her insurance; it's her
doctor.
She signed up for her primary care physician because it's an HMO, the kind where you have to go to your one doctor. You don't go to a specialist first.
Yeah.
And she just signed up for the one that was physically closest to her house that was taking new patients. She wanted to use ours, even though it was a drive across town because we recommended him so highly. And he actually specializes in baby boomers. We just picked him because he's got high ratings and. He was close by. He was one of the closer few. We actually have closer doctors we could go to. In fact, the one she ended up ultimately at the end of the story with is closer. You can help. We can.
It seems like every single time I get close to him, you're beating him up. Like
that's a good point. And it seems like he's got bad aggro tables where he was focused on your direction. So when he's doing that, maybe we should just, yeah. Ow. Anyway, so yeah, it's basically she got signed up for her new doctor. She called them for her first appointment. And they said, "We'll see you in 6 months." Literally 6 months. They said, first appointment 6 months from now. And Mom was like, "No, I can't do that. I have prescriptions that." Like, because when the pandemic happened and she got laid off and she still had insurance, she went down and just filled everything, got as much of it as she could, and paid for as much of it as she could, and. That's all running out. So part of the reason she's like, watch out, Amarith, run, just run. I don't want to figure out. I don't want to. Yeah, he's just so after you. Just so hyper aggro.
Dodge.
We both made it out of there with 1 pip of life left each. That feels pretty good. Anyway. Yeah, so part of the reason my mom was so panicked is she's been taking like a quarter of her normal... going underground, dudes. The dangerous sewer leads to the Technodrome. Oh, we're going to the Technodrome. Watch out for that.
We're always going to the Technodrome.
Yeah, it's always the Technodrome, no matter what. It's Turtles game, gotta go to the Technodrome. It's like the Death Star of Ninja Turtles. I mean, it's even a big round ball, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, part of the reason she was so panicked is she hasn't been taking her regular meds because she's been having to...
Her prescribed amount.
Yeah, she's been undertaking the prescribed amount because otherwise she'll just be out and in way more trouble. So hopefully that'll be better, because what I had to do is, she's got work the next day after she's calling me. And this is maybe an entire 6-minute conversation. I'm taking longer to tell the story than the conversation took. Yeah. And I just part of it was just having to calm her down and say, Mom, let me help you out here. You can switch doctors right away. I've done it because I've just had bad doctors. Clearly we're taking new patients they're just quote unquote always taking new patients, and they never, go online and click the box to say we're not taking new patients because it's probably a pain to do that. And so they just gave you, go fuck off appointment time. And, you know, for if you really want to be there, and it's not an emergency, but it's an emergency. And when she called up the insurance, and this is why she said it was a problem with their insurance, they said, well, just go into an emergency room and they can prescribe you everything. But they can't. They can't prescribe you a lot of things. They can't prescribe you an SSRI. You can't...
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. So... yeah, you need at least a primary care doctor. They like to have it done by a psychiatric doctor, but that wasn't really reasonable at the time. In fact, I need to talk to my mom about. They have pretty good mental health care at that our insurance covers. I mean, pretty good if you find the right doctor. She can get the right doctor. It was hard for me because I have, you know, extenuating circumstances. I'm on the spectrum. I've got... watch out! I'm on the spectrum. I don't live a monogamous lifestyle. My problems are very different than most people's problems. And it's not just that they're first world problems, it's that they're just not the same. I mean, I have a lot of the you know, I was poor kind of problems that a lot of people have. You're just getting gangbanged, Amarith.
Yeah,
you should probably stop listening to me and falling asleep and play the video game.
Nah, definitely not.
And so, I know you heard this story already too, and that doesn't help. But yeah, they told her to just go to the emergency room. That wasn't gonna work, and I just had to calm her down. Like, Mom, you called me for help. I'm gonna help you. I don't have to help you with the insurance. Here's what I'm gonna do. Send me the list of all the because I don't have access to it anymore because I'm not on the insurance anymore. Send me the list of every primary care physician that's taking patients, because I know that's a list you can look up, and I'll just call them all tomorrow. Me and Jamie will call them. We'll take a couple hours, and we'll call each of them and see who's taking appointments in the next week or two. And then you'll have your drugs sooner. And
are you sure it's not the door?
Oh. No, it's go to this corner, apparently. We're not triggering it. Come up here. I had to go up here where you were. Yeah. It's like we had to go to that corner to coax the camera there. Are you not going to get in the water with me? Are you afraid of the water? Is it cold?
It's too cold.
Or is the sewage? Are you afraid there's sewage in here? Because we are in the sewers. So there's probably like poop and stuff floating around in here. Just saying. Hopefully it doesn't corrode these poor robots' machinery parts. Oh no, it's the Mauser robots, Amarith! No! You pretty much gotta jump kick these. Ah, I hate these assholes.
You're a jerk.
So yeah, I ended up calling them all the next day. And it was this big thing my mom was so worried about. And part of the trouble was, you know, she had work the next day. Okay, so can you it's game over. What does that mean? Can you press buttons, or are we screwed? Well, you know what? We can always... okay. Oh, wow.
From you.
Oh, you still alive?
Yeah.
Okay. Probably what happens is if we game over, it starts a level over. Hopefully that's all that happens. I mean, worst case is we cheat again and we use...
add more lives?
Well, we stage select. There was a stage select option.
And add more lives.
Well, yeah. We download more RAM. We should talk about that, Amarith.
Yeah, we should.
Okay, so the end of the story is, first place I called, my mom gave me the list, it had like 20 doctors on it. First doctor I had an appointment on her next day off. So,
how convenient.
She just has to drive over to this side of town, which is good, because she likes visiting her kids anyway. I'm like, Mom, that's perfect. You can just visit your kids whenever you go see the doctor. It's perfect. Just schedule your appointments as late as you can. Just switch your primary care doctor over to this one. Ah! Why does the robot need a robot to ride it and tell it what to do? You'd think they would just program the brain into the giant, his Yoshi robot.
You would think.
Yeah. Ah, no. This is just a mini-boss, right? It has to be. This can't be the actual boss. Yeah. We're in the sewer. Leatherhead's gonna be the boss. You know, the gator? Got him! Oh, no, I thought I got him. Help me out here. Get him in the crossfire. Get him caught up in the...
He'll get caught up in the...
Yeah. I assume that's not the end of the level? Okay, yeah, there's still more. Still gotta go through the sewers. Oh, yeah, I remember these doors. Yeah, I think I only played through this game 2 or 3 times. You know what it was? We never owned
exactly
this game.
Like the second one.
We only rented this game, and that's why I remember it so well. Yeah, it's basically just an improved version of the second game that they made a few years later. Capcom was just like... or not Capcom. Konami was just like, hey, let's do it again. And they did it again, and it's a good game. You don't think so. You just sit there getting punched, but, you know, if you actually try... Oops. If you actually try and then accidentally do the special attack and take a point of damage doing it... Amarith,
Go on.
do we want to talk about downloading more RAM?
I mean, maybe I need to download some more RAM.
Okay, let's download you some, get you some caffeine, download you some more RAM next time on the branch. How about that? Actually, wait, yeah, next time on the branch.